All right, guys, I have a special person with me. This is one of my client, Anurag. He have joined my premium program, I think like 20, between 20 to 30 days ago. And he had his first win and he have booked a wedding in just 10 days of running ads. Hi, Anurag.
Hi, Pranesh. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Bro, just give them a little background where you're from. Don't share your company's name.
Yeah,
Just give them a little background. And then
of
what is
course.
the average price that you charge?
So to start with, everybody starts with the photography journey. So back in college, everybody started. Me as an engineering graduate. So post-graduate, and then I thought like I should start my career with because of many instances, people asking me I should do it. And then later point when I started doing it, it was very good in the beginning because at that time people usually come with through word of mouth. People, he's the best person to hire with, and you can go check out his photographs or something like that. But on a progressive years, let's say 4 years, 5 years later, I was feeling the stagnation during this COVID time and post COVID time also. And when I got married, I felt that the curve that I took in the beginning, I had a very big fall. In the meantime, I have to move to Bangalore as well. So once I moved to Bangalore, I realized that things were upside down for me. Like the base that I had in Chennai wasn't the same in Bangalore city. So while I was figuring out how can I promote myself, market myself, in that process, I started running my own ads, figuring out how it will work for me. I have spent somewhere around like 5,000 to 10,000 rupees, and from that I just got only one lead, and then the one lead just like she kind of ghosted me. Then I kind of started thinking that how maybe I don't know how this things works for me. So later at point, I came across your ad couple of times on my Instagram page, and initially I was skeptical uh, because a lot of people are promoting. There are a lot of other marketers in the industry. I've attended their workshop also. So when I've attended their workshop, they were too salesy about what they are trying to sell. They want to sell the course to them. So when everything goes very good in the beginning, and then in the time, if you buy this course, your life will change. Look at the reviews and blah blah. So then I was thinking maybe this Pranesh would be also the same guy who just want to buy me out. But later, in my point of time, I realized that okay, I have nothing to lose, so let's give it a try. So he had us one webinar call where he just explained what are the phases that we're gonna go through. So like this is the part one, part two, and part three. So where we are at. So now when I started his webinar, I started feeling that there is more credibility in it rather than he just don't literally want to sell me. So I felt like he generally wants to help me. So I discussed with my family. It took me a couple of times to think more about it. So once I enrolled myself, I think I had completely faith in him. And later I realized that okay, if this thing works, then nothing like it. So after 1 month of you guiding me, and I went through your course, and then one module after the other. So you tend to explain even more better. So there was a clearer explanation, even though there is a recorded course on your profile. So in that way, I got an ultimate clarity, and that clarity held me to the next step, which was when we started running the campaign. So once we started running the campaign, when I was like, we got almost like 70 messages till now, and those 70 messages, I was like, okay, 70 messages, like if one get converted, right, I'll be like the super happiest person. Because what gives you the win is our own pride of okay, we have broken that barrier of uncertainty. So that was the ultimate thing that I was expecting from you. But when it happened to me in a couple of days ago, I was like super happy. I shared with my family and my wife, and I said that we did it at least once, and this thing worked. So that proof actually literally means a lot to me. I'm literally having a goosebump moment here right now, but I can show it to you. But still, so that was my moment where I realized, okay, this is working. People are genuine. So almost I took 5 people into video call to convince them, not convince them, to tell them what I really offer. And they were very humble, very genuine. There are very good people out there on the internet. It doesn't matter. Like the uncertainty barrier is no more a thing in recent times, and I think Pranesh has made it very clear for us. So each and every hurdle that I come across with every client, so he has an answer for it. So every answer that I like, oh yeah, I didn't do this, yeah, I didn't do that. But that was my concern. Like, okay, why I'm not fixing that issue? So he kept on fixing that for me, and then later when it worked for me, nothing like it.
Cool, bro. You gave a like full explanation of what you were going through and what you have achieved. So you have booked a one wedding in 10 days of
In
running
10
ads.
days, yeah, yeah.
And how did you felt when you booked that first wedding?
Yeah, I was on the cloud nine. So one of my close relative has invested some money into me. So I think he'll be the most happiest person in the world. So I called him. He lives in US. So I called him. I said, I did it. I think I got my first sales call. So he said that I know my child that I think I've always trusted you in your process. So he said that you're the person who never gives up, and somehow you found your way. So I'm happy for you. He said. And when I shared the story, remember I called you the next day, Pranesh, I got it, karke, and I said that you are the KGF, and this guy who just kind of like saves people, mindset. I think that was great for me.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Cool, bro. So, like, what is the average price that you charge, like,
Yeah.
for
So
a pre
average
wedding?
price, yeah, usually it starts from 1.5 to 2.5. So I'm in the same margin usually in the same level only. It has never changed because considering a lot of competitors are out there, I thought like I should maintain the same standard. And I booked a wedding near around my package only, nothing above or below.
Cool, bro. So, bro, like, before you getting started with me, like, how was your business back then?
Before starting with you, I think I took as I told you in the beginning, right? I took a curve in the beginning because portfolio speaks first in the beginning of your lifetime. But because I started back in 2017 and 18, so 2017 18 people have not much don't have much knowledge about it. So there was an era of all this candid and portrait and cinematic films. We were just starting to take a curve, and since we specialized already, so we had a big curve in the beginning. But before COVID there was a huge fall. I wasn't making enough calls. I never got anyone to, like, who, okay, the uncertainty is like, who's going to call me arthamasam, what will going to happen, and then the next month what is going to happen. So I keep on worrying about it too much, and in a way that somehow my luck favored me more. So I came to decide that, okay, when this will end, you know that point I didn't hit. So till then I was still very uncertain about a lot of things. When post COVID business were like totally down, though we were booked, we couldn't go there, and there was a huge. And post COVID also, I had to go a lot of things because I moved to Bangalore and other things. Later, when I thought, okay, I have to promote myself, so I hired a one guy from Delhi. So they were like, they were pushing me very organically. You have to become the face of the company. Let's start doing content. So I did a couple of content for them. So
Mm-hmm.
content didn't work out properly only because the time that you become a business owner is very limited for you, because you need to manage people, you need to manage your employees, you need to make sure that how do we deliver the next project. So there are due diligence that we need to take care, and second is the time that you have and you have with your family as well, that needs to be taken care. I wasn't aware that how do I manage my time and all these things. So yet I did a couple of videos, and I did a great job on my platform. But then it's the longevity and results that I'm going to get from it, I don't know when. It's still, I'm uncertain about it. So when I enrolled with you, that took a big shift, because I tend to see things very even more clearer than before.
Mm. And what would you
Yeah.
say that one problem, like, that was holding you back from achieving all your goals?
I think one problem is the number of inquiries that we had. Yeah. We never had inquiry, because the thing is that you can showcase your portfolio, but why they want to come to you is the biggest barrier. Okay, so I never had any call properly. One or two calls in a month, then and then still I will think whether he will come or not. So that was a huge barrier for us. Again, like, well, some other guy will refer to you. So this business usually works with a lot of word of mouth, and I believe that word of mouth is a good way of approaching it. But you don't want to live in the uncertainty, because if you're passionate about something, then you need to be uncertain. You don't need to be uncertain about it at the same time. So that was the biggest barrier that I felt, which needs to be rectified.
So, since you were only relied on referrals, there
Hmm.
was more uncertainty in your business.
Exactly.
Got it. So, bro, like not only you, when I looked at your profile, your portfolio looks great. Like similar to you, like there are so many photographers where I'm looking at their portfolio, like, and I'm just thinking, are they making in like 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs a month? But when I talk to them on a call, they are not even making like 50K or 670K, but their portfolio is great. Why do you think that is happening?
Okay, I think because when the downfall happens, right? Like in every photographer's life, it happens, I believe. So when that happens, they tend to charge very less. So they think that once you charge very less, you think like you're doing it more in volumes. They're trying to pretend. So they think that the cheaper the price, the more the volume that becomes. So they don't understand what's their own value, I believe. But I never did that to anybody else, even though I wasn't marketing myself enough, because I truly believe that what I value is I value. If they are not paying for that value, then it is their loss, not mine.
So your one problem was number of inquiries was less because you only relied on referrals, right?
Yeah.
So you tried hiring a person that didn't work. You went
Yeah.
through organic content that didn't work because of you
Yeah.
don't have enough time to manage all those things.
Yeah.
And what else you have tried?
What else I've tried? I think I've tried approaching a couple of event management as well, but they are like the commission is a huge price, so we don't want to take a toll on that. So the thing is that you can work with it, but then you feel like you are being working under someone. But there are a couple of agencies that will genuinely help you if you know them very well. Like there is a very lesser commission to that. I think that will work, but not every time it will work. The thing is that it becomes very dependent on someone else. Someone has to give us the power that you hold is not there, I believe. So which is why I never tried properly with them, is because this thing was back in my mind always. Like if you are going there, then what if he gets to hold in charge of it? So that was my biggest concern back in time.
Hmm. So for how long you have been facing this problem? Like for how long you having less number of leads, and how was that impacting your business?
I think we've been facing this for the past 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. It's a huge number, I know. The thing is that though we tried, we weren't guided properly, the right path. That we need to approach this guy, that guy. Because wherever you go, you find people, they think that they'll do this and that. The promises are huge. But the trust, or whether be they a reviewer, nobody has any result that they say that these are my clients, I've done this and this is my result. No one came up front with me like that. But you're the only person who came with such a thing. What you meet my expectation after going through a lot of people. Well, you have at least have a general idea that where you tend to meet people, and then they tell you that I'm good at marketing. Okay, you're good at marketing, I get it. So have you worked with wedding photographers? No, you haven't. So I think you kind of bridge that barrier upfront while getting on a call, and then when I got into your call, then I think, okay, this is the right thing. Let's take it.
So you are facing this problem 5 years. So
Yeah,
how was that holding your business growth?
of course it will impact. I think I so for the past 3 years, not 3 years, recent 3 years, I never took anything as a salary of mine. What I am doing, whatever the money comes, it goes to the people or the employees who are working within the company. So that was the major concern that we always had, and of course, it's like you never made enough money. So money though was the biggest barrier, yet people trust our work. It's just kind of like managing the work. The one, there is a way the money comes, and it doesn't, like you have a big hole in your bucket and the water just goes away. So I had this all the time. I never seen the money in my hand properly.
And so what kept you for getting help? You told me you are facing this problem for 3 years, right? So you are reaching out to others for help, but you didn't find them qualified enough. They don't have the
Yeah.
proof, so you didn't get help.
Yeah, no, I did get help. The thing is that again, you give them the money, that doesn't works out. So which is why I didn't go. It's not that I don't try people. I do try, because in this world you have to trust somebody to get your job done. Otherwise, it doesn't work that way at all. If you can't have faith in anybody, then how do you gonna proceed for further? So if you have to make one step further, take a little bit of small risk to understand how those things work for you. So I was in that edge. Yeah.
So you found me through ads, right?
Yeah, I found you through ads only.
And what was your first impression when you looked at my profile?
I looked at your profile. I think the one thing, like, it doesn't matter like how good that you're portraying on Instagram. It matters to me when what conversation that you're really making with other people. So I'm kind of a sensible guy where I understand things how this world works, the general idea of it. In that general idea, if you are truly serving the people, it will definitely reflect. So I got that impression from looking at your Instagram page and the reviews that you had on your website. So you remember when I enrolled on your website for the calendar to mark the date, I called you
Yeah.
and you were saying me, how did you get my number? I said, it's there on your website. Yeah, that is okay. And you were like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got into call later. So I was approaching upfront, though I figured, like, even though you made the first, I was expecting your call, but I made the first call so that, like, I want to get things started very quickly. I don't want to delay it anymore. So that was my first thing. So when I got to your call, then I realized, okay, it is something that he generally wants to do it. If it is, then let's proceed further. It was my impression at the beginning.
So, and what motivated you to book the call?
You're asking me once I looked at the ad or after doing some research?
What motivated you to book the call with me?
What would it? Of course. So I've told you, like, I've tried a lot of options. I've got nothing to lose in the beginning. So if this call makes sense to me, then I'll proceed further. So I'm a guy who would like to take a little bit of risk in the front. I don't want to make excuses for my business. What we have started, it should have a point, a dead point. Why am I quitting? Then but I want to go as far as I can. Then I will call quits on it. So literally, all I think every photographer in their point of time, they want to call quits when there is no business for them. So I was in that verge of it. I was telling to my wife that I think I'm gonna call quits on the thing that I've started. So she became very angry, and then she said, like, why do you wanna call quits that you started? You have employees with you. All these things happen because you have faith in your work that you're doing. It needs a little bit of polish. It needs a little bit of a face to put out on the internet. Now things working differently. So she supported me a lot in the process. So when she supported me, I thought, okay, let's take the risk. Karke, we just moved on.
So I'm talking to so many photographers, right? So this is what everyone is doing. Like they are good at photography. Their portfolio looks great. Everything like their skills, their technical skills are great. But since they are not doing marketing, since they are only relied on referrals, the business is uncertain. They think they are not good enough. They are doing something wrong. They are not there to make more money.
Got it.
But they didn't invest in marketing. They didn't invest time. They didn't invest money. They didn't find the right people. So they didn't focus on marketing and selling. They just only relied on technical photography skills. And that is the reason that kept them for so long at that stage. And that impacts their mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. And also, I believe, Pranesh, I want to add this on record. The thing is that the entire market, the world, the camera world, is showing you that if you get this particular camera or this particular equipment, or if you get this particular thing, it will make your photos look better. And a lot of the big players in the market are promoting that, and they are using in their own weddings. So that this tends to create a whole different idea among the layman photographers and the photographers who are already succeeded and are on the verge of growing. So they tend to buy all these equipments, and it has become an equipment syndrome for a lot of people. So they intend to invest their money into those things, where instead they can rent it out, or they can simply take beautiful pictures with what they have. So this is the biggest barrier I felt, that what world is showing you, and that is how we become the byproduct of it. So what it is supposed to happen, let's say marketing. So but I want to try marketing, but I don't know how to do it. So there are guys who are like me, but there are other guys who tend to think that a better equipment and better equipment will give them a better photo, and that will sell a lot in my page. So there are a whole lot of difference that photographers have to understand, this biggest barrier, that what is world is showing to you, and what you're really supposed to do, you're not doing.
So yeah, they are spending like 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs on equipments, but they don't spend a penny on ads.
Yeah. Indeed, yes. Which is why I want to have this on record. The reason I mentioned it is only because I realized it too late. So now I don't use a high-end equipment. I use this A7 III only. So which is the camera from 2007, 18, I believe. Yeah. So I'm still using the same camera. At times when it required, I rent it. Sensible investments has made from me in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe from the beginning that, let's say they are marketing good, everything is amazing. It has reached a peak, but still they want to buy you out because they are marketing their company very well, but nobody is trying to help that how photographers can improve, or the biggest barrier is how a client and a photographer can merge together. So that is the biggest challenge that everybody is facing through. I think so.
Yeah, they think photography skills are enough to make more money with this business.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, even I was a huge believer in that in the beginning of my time. It's been like 8 years. I still feel like there was a point that you get so exhausted. You know, the thing is that the early you start, if you have the right people in front of you, it takes a peak. But the later you start, and the more stumbled you are, and the more pebbles you get, and then you try to lose yourself in the process. And then later it works for you. It's an entirely different game.
Yeah. So only with the photography skills, they are just gonna stay as an employee throughout their
Yeah,
career.
yeah,
So they need to be good at marketing, branding, selling,
exactly.
leadership.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. So yeah, you booked the call with me, and then we were having a conversation.
Yeah.
What made you to decide this is it? I want to do this program.
What made me decide it? I think you had a clear picture, vision that you want to give to me was the three phases that how it is going to be like. Okay, so there was a proper roadmap. Okay, if you start today, how it is going to be like after 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a clear picture, a step-by-step process. So that gave me the clarity of moving forward.
Got it.
And of course, when I see that, I will look into testimonials as well. So I think looking at the testimonials and your WhatsApp badges, I think that made me believe. Also, finally, I had to confirm with some other photographer that who was a friend of mine who worked with you. So I kind of called him lately, and then I said, "Can I trust this guy for one last time? Because I already made my decision. What's your take in it?" So he said, "Go for it. Nothing you need to worry about it. We are also taking his help, and it worked for us, so it will work for you as well." So he gave me that faith finally. So now we have this video on record. I think we can help other photographers as well in the process.
Yeah, and that's the reason I'm doing this interview, because like even though there are so many testimonials on my profile, they think it's fake. They think it's
No,
Pranay's
even I
friend.
had that impression in the beginning. Sorry to say this.
Yeah.
Even I had this impression. Anything can be manipulated, but there is a limit to understand what is fake, what is not. You cannot create 100 reviews fake or 100 messages fake. For that requires a lot of hard work. Instead, you would have gone like, no, let me do this, and reviews will come automatically. So I think no, they are not. I think so. Since I know a guy who's already working with you, and so he gave me a word of mouth, but then that doesn't adds so much value. It adds value that what you've already presented on this thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't even think of like approaching you. I wouldn't even make the call to my friend that was already working with you. It's the badges and it's the testimonials that you've already recorded. And when we had one-on-one call, everything was sorted out for me.
So yeah, you joined the program, and then the reason why you joined is because number of inquiries was less. That's the reason you joined the program, right? To grow
Yeah,
yours.
I think not just that. I want to grow my company. So number of inquiry is a major problem. And if I had a mentor or a business coach which can lead me to another level, then nothing like it.
Yeah. So first, when you came to the call, you thought the leads were the only problem that you had,
Yes.
right? But when you joined the program, we first worked on your sales pitch.
Yes.
Why you are different? Why what you do is different from others, right?
Exactly.
So how that thing helped you during this
I
period?
think that is a major impact that that has created on me. The way we approach clients is supposed to be in a format. So I think that format is the only way we can get them to understand what you really want to do with them and what they really want from you. So the huge gap is filled with the sales pitch or the sales format that we have.
So when you are having the sales call with your clients, how was this sales pitch is helping you? Like we crafted your USP, why you are different, and this
Yeah.
sales pitch, right? So how this is helping you on the sales call?
So how this is helping me is that people are very skeptical when they approach a photographer. So the skepticism is cleared when they get on a call with us. So they tend to understand when we ask a couple of questions to them. So they'll get a clear picture of their in their mind, and we clear the doubts in such a way that whatever they want, it is right in front of them. So the projection that we are giving to them concludes itself that okay, he is the right photographer for me, and then I think I can book him. Okay, this is the style that I want, this is the part that I want to work with him, and he'll be the right fit for me. I think I don't want to get into details like how
Yeah.
the sales goes on, but yeah, this is how it works. Yeah.
Okay, I helped you with this thing, the sales pitch, why you are
Yeah.
different from other photographers, and second, we started with the sales framework, right?
Yes. Yes.
So after going through the sales module, right,
Yeah.
what was your biggest lesson there?
Oh, I think can I say it like how do we work, or like can I
Just
skip?
make it vague.
Oh, okay, I'll make it big. So the thing is, in the whenever we do sales, right? So I never think I'm going to sell somebody my service. So I think the biggest barrier that you clear is we genuinely want to help people. So let's not create an impression that I want to give you my service or I'm gonna sell this to you. So there we need to build a certain way that creates genuinity, and we are obviously very curious about what we want to do with them, and then if they feel that they're connected with us, then it will work for us. So the genuinity setup has to be given to them, because otherwise the point of whatever we are marketing will not work for us. So that's the clarity I got. And there are a lot of other intricacies. I think each and every individual personalities are different. I think in my personality there was a lot of talking, which I think which is very reduced. I don't do the talking enough. I think what they do the talking and I'm just listening, because it is their want, not mine.
Right.
I cannot go on be like a what do we say, a sales guy in the road who just gonna sell like sabji le lo, kaigari banking and whatever it is. Now kubi, I mean, like I cannot just go shout and talk to them. So there, if what they're asking, they're just helpless, and you just want to help them in the process. You can't go on tell that I do this or do that. Yeah, I'll give you the best. So I think it's something, it's their want, and then that is how it's supposed to work for us. That's the ultimate clarity that you gave. And in all of the process, there are many intricacies, such as being genuine, and the second is not to talk too much about them, about your services. I mean, about your technical skills. And the third is keeping them in a way that they build trust with you.
Cool. And how the sales framework helped you become confident when you go to the calls?
Okay, yeah. I think what it does is it brings you the clear picture of what you want from them. So if you get the clear idea of what they want from them, then definitely you can have this feeling that okay, they can work with you, or all they can pass. But it doesn't affect my work or in my future reference that I'm going to get, because if that person genuinely wants to work with you, he'll work with you. If it doesn't matter at all. So that's the ultimate clarity I got. I don't need to worry about the person, whether it will be the right fit for me or not. Whether if he genuinely wants to work with me, it will work for me. If it doesn't works for me, I have no problem. Maybe some other photographer will definitely will help him out. So I got this clarity from this.
Yeah, and this sales framework is not only going to help you with the conversion, it's also
Yeah.
going to help you with your delivery, the client
Yeah.
results, how you
Yeah.
understand, and how was that mind shift about the photography itself when you go to the sales
Oh yeah,
framework?
should I say this? I'm gonna be a little selfish on this part.
You can
Just
go
kidding.
ahead.
Okay. The thing is that the quality doesn't matter anymore, I believe. The quality matters to them who wants those kind of styles for them. Let's say I always pitched myself 4K. I do the ultimate quality, I do this ultimate thing and ultimate raws, everything. But why should I talk about it when it doesn't even make sense to him? So that's the clarity you gave me. And when I gave them in layman terms, this is what I'm going to deliver. This is what is going to you're gonna get. This is the book that you're going to get. Instead of me telling them this is glossy, this is matte, this is flush mount, they don't want to get. This is a very good print. Okay, you like it, you take it. That's it. You don't like it, no problem. We'll get you another. That's it. So I think it should be in very simple words instead of framing or complicating so many words into it, and rather he will, instead of you giving him a service, he will say bye bye to you. So that's the in my recent call. So when I had this call with my client, they were happy only because they were clear in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
So once they finished the call, they told me they were sold already, but they didn't tell me for the next 3 to 4 hours. I
Mm-hmm.
was just, and it went all okay. Then maybe I wasn't good enough to understand that whether they were sold or not. They made a call in 10:30 in the night, and they
Mm-hmm.
said like, Anurag, we are going in with you. So I was like super happy. My first order in Bangalore, since I was doing wedding in Chennai and Pondicherry, Salem and Namakkal. Bangalore, when it came to Bangalore, oh my God, finally, I was in that impression. So that gave me that win. It's not about I got the order. I think they believe in my work. And you won't believe, I have this thing on my phone right now. I put a status, WhatsApp status about a cinematic video. Now when you share the work, right? Now he understands the value. The value which I gave was a different shift. Now once they are in, the value that I'm going to provide, that has more value. So he texted me and he said, I shared a status and he said like super work, Anurag. I don't know whether they can
It
see
is
it.
not.
It's blurry, yeah.
Yeah.
So he shared this thing, super work, Anurag. Can you send me that video? So he's yet to buy the cinematic video from me.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying to bargain, but I'm not going to bargain. See, he sees the value. So I'm trying to put out that status of super work, Anurag. Then he's just thinking that whether I should buy it. Okay, it's going to be one-time investment. Let's pay. So I'm
Yeah.
providing with the right amount that is required. That doesn't tightens my budget as well. But then when it comes to the things that he desire for, he is just trying to. So I'm trying to sell even more in the process,
Yeah.
just by putting out.
So what you are saying is quality is not important,
Yeah.
right? And so for the photographers who are wondering from the other side, what do you think is important?
I think they need to provide value. So the first thing is they just have to value their work. If let's say that if
No, what is valuable for the client?
yeah, I mean that is what I was trying to mean. What is value means they have to value their work and they need to show that this is valuable for them. And when we get on a call with a client, if they don't find any value for but that is relatable to them, then definitely is not going to work out for them. So that is the biggest barrier that every photographer is facing. So let's say I am showing the best similar work, which is XYZ company is doing the same photograph.
Mm-hmm.
But for the client, it is very different. Okay, this photograph has similarity. Okay, it has some aesthetic to it. I understand it. But in my thing, my emotions, my family, my set of people are important to me. Will that be covered or not? Is the question that comes to every client. They are not fulfilling that. They're just becoming goal oriented. So result oriented in a way that it is about them. I think so. Most of the photographer, it has become about them rather than the client. So you cleared me that path when I was even had the same impression that okay, I'm gonna work the best, I'm gonna give the best. It's okay, you're gonna do the best. It's some other part, but are you giving them the best? What they
They
require,
want.
what they desire for? So that barrier has been like cleared out for me, and I think it should clear for other people as well.
So the photographers really forget what they are selling. That's
Yeah,
that's that's what I figured out. Like even for me, what I'm selling is money, freedom for the photographers. Right?
yeah,
I'm not selling ads.
yeah,
So I'm selling money and freedom. Similarly, photographers are selling emotions, story,
yeah.
their moments. That
Indeed,
is what
indeed.
they are selling. But they are selling about quality.
Yeah,
Quality doesn't mean when there is no story. Quality doesn't mean to them if there is no emotions involved in it.
indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
It is true, actually. It is so true that so there are a lot of portfolios in my bank. So I've showed a lot of portfolios. So I had almost 5 calls, and from five, one has got converted. So from 5 calls, I've realized that people have different mindset. They don't know what they want.
Yeah.
So once you bring out to them, so if this is what they want, then it is very clear. Finally there comes the budget part of them. So every call they come, they said I have the budget, but when you qualify it, but once you qualify them, they think that they don't have the budget.
Hmm.
So that's a different game, of course. Not every person is same. Those who have the budget, they will definitely work with you.
Got it. Bro, how this sales framework is gonna help you throughout your career?
I think, bro. So today, I think I have two calls to make. One is in the afternoon, one is in the evening, and I think when there is something called we qualify the leads, right? So when we qualify the leads, I think we will get an impression. Okay, this is the guy who will come and work with me. So until unless we book one order, or if we don't get the thrill of, okay, it is going to come for you or not, till then it is a huge uncertainty. But once it comes in, I think the framework that you have built, it's an absolute win. So when it's an absolute win, then I think that is how it is going to be for the next 6 months, I believe. And which is why I'm still waiting for my first phase to get over very quickly as possible. But you told me to, கொஞ்சம் சைலண்டா இரு அவ அப்போ பொறுமையா பண்ணிக்கலாம். So I look at you as my mentor here, because a sales mentor and a business mentor, not considering the age gap that we have, but it requires what you value to me, and it should be win-win from both ends. It's not something that you sold me, but it works only 30 to 40% of it. So your regular follow-up and your regular stats on me is helping me to grow further. So I think post six, if this is what it continues, then nothing like it.
Cool, bro. Cool.
Yeah.
So we helped you with the sales pitch and the sales framework, and then we started running ads, right?
Yeah.
So with 10 days of running ads, you have got 70 messages, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in this 70, you took 5 video calls.
Yeah.
The 5 video
And 4 normal calls. So
And
they didn't qualify. So I just kind of like passed.
and in that you closed one, right?
Yeah, I
So
closed
people, again, the photographers are again skeptical because they have worked with someone else, because they have been like invested some money with someone else, and then it didn't work at all. So
Yeah.
what do you want to say to photographers? Is the leads you're getting through ads or qualified enough? Is it genuine? Is it real? Like,
Oh
what do you
yeah,
wanna say to
okay. That part, even I didn't believe myself in that part. But once you get the hang of it, you'll tend to believe they are real. Until and unless you don't show them the advance amount, right? Nothing is real. So when I got mine, then I understand. Oh, it's real. So yeah.
So they have questions about the quality of the leads, right? So how do
Yeah.
you, what do you want to say to them? Like, how is the quality?
I think so far in the past 10 days that we have run ads, the quality of leads is 60 to 70%. It's good, because that's how it will work anyway, because it's a huge population. Not everybody in your own mindset will come to you. So, and I don't want them to work 100% also, because you need to pick people to your taste, your style and everything. So instead of clients choosing you, you choose them in the process. Whom do you want to work with also? So that gives me that freedom of going further. So I think what quality of leads that we're getting in an average of 60 to 70% of it, it is a great number.
Got it.
Because I don't want all of them to be, so qualified that in a process that we get so traffic towards fulfilling everybody's dream. We can do it, of course, but in the beginning of my 10 days, I think I was pretty much happy with it.
Cool, bro. So we worked on these 3 things, and then you booked a
Yeah.
wedding in just 10 days.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the next goal for you?
Next goal, okay, I just book only one. My next goal is, as I told you yesterday, we had a meeting. I want to book next 15 weddings before the month of January. So that is my goal. I just want to. I'm rushing towards it, and I'm not going to let my fire down.
Yeah.
So I remember uh, we had the intuition when we were having this call of like 1 hour yesterday. I was saying that, Pranesh, did you check? I think we might have run out of ads money.
Yeah.
And you checked that. I said, yeah, bro, we have only like 500 rupees left. Then I was like, yes, right time. So I think you need to have this strong intuition that what you want to work with. If you have this intuition, if you truly believe what you are really working towards it, then it will show that result. Otherwise, it is no point of wasting time. Time is money, and you need to know where you're putting the time. You showed me the right way, actually. I was just thinking that orders Tana Varum, it will come automatically, and I just have to be like, confirm orders only. Through referrals, it's mostly confirm orders. So you will just feel like you're sitting on the couch. But when life hits hard, you understand it doesn't work that way.
So, bro, we only not only worked on the business aspects. So,
Yeah.
as we were having a call yesterday, like
Yeah.
personal problems or the business problems.
Yes. Yes.
How did my coaching help you on your mindset? How you see world? How you see things? How did you shift the perspective?
Yes. So for the previous conversation, I think not even previous conversation, we had a call day before yesterday that also. So when I was thinking, like I was a little low about the other things when you said like it doesn't matter when you fail, it matters when you're not doing. So when you gave me that clarity, I think I took a very big step ahead of taking bigger risk as well. So I in that process, I think the commitments that I had before, it's not there. I tend to set people up so that the works get done. It doesn't matter whatever whichever quality it is. If the work get done is a good thing to move forward. Our great work needs to be done, then put a little more money and get the work done. But getting the work done and making your valuable time in the process is the step forward. So I started putting my time into more sales and more business instead of me doing the editing and me trying to figure out which YouTube thumbnail looks good or that. So I have set people for that. So my time spends more on the business, and the rest of work is taken care by the employees that I have. So that is working out very good for me. And in terms of personal life, I feel like you're guiding me in a way where I don't have to worry about myself anymore. So I think that adds more value. So I used to worry that, okay, what is going to happen next? So I'm not thinking there's only one goal. You have to become number one. That's it. So becoming number one is the goal. Nah, rest is the other things that we need to take care later. So I took that from you. And yesterday, you won't believe I was gonna type you that, bro, DP matanga, and I texted it, I left it, and then I don't know how we are connecting it. And you changed your DP today in number one. So that's what, that's how it works when two people are very much involved in their work and has their own work. That's the reflecting personality that we get in. And you made me believe in that. And I am working towards becoming number one. I told my boys that I'm going to quit gaming and streaming. So here they were like, bro, what are you doing? Bro, please don't do that, bro. You are the OG here. Oh my God. They're like, no, bro. The thing is that my business coach, I pissed him off yesterday and I told him that I'm going to stream. So he told me that, okay, let's say you become the number one entertainer. What's next? He asked me a couple of questions that kind of validates me, man. So I said, like, okay, I'll keep it as a side. Like, I spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours with you, okay? Because since you are my boys, I don't want to leave. But this will not become a part of me. So they were like, though we reached 110 subscribers yesterday after in 3 months of streaming, but that's the part, I was a hardcore gamer back in time, and I still want to. There's a passion, and I'm 30 years old. I'm still green. And you also told one thing very clearly. When I want to put that in record, your words only, that you tend to choose other things as in form of entertainment because your life is not interesting. So that was a huge take for me. I kept on thinking about it since yesterday. So making yourself interesting is very important. So I 19th, I thought like let's do a shoot, a collab shoot. So I took a call from a couple of makeup artists who want to work with me. So let's do, grinding is also more important. So I'm grinding myself in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lesson I got it from Andrew Tate. He used to say, like, even if you're a gamer, what you do in the game, you upgrade your skills, you upgrade the guns, you want to kill people, right? And you want to be the number one in the game. What you want to do it in real life. Upgrade your business, upgrade your sales system, upgrade your business,
Indeed.
and then become number one in real life.
Exactly. I think that kind of like, yesterday's stream was, we streamed yesterday also because I have to record on the stream. So they were like, okay, but the people who have come, the trust that people, if there is genuinity, I have connected with 10 different people on internet just by streaming. They have come to our Discord channel. So there's a different vibe, such humility people are there. So do not come in a faith where the internet works for you or not. Internet will work for you if you tend to work for it. So that's the game that I understand. When I was doing this course with you parallelly, I met a couple of people on internet. It was a crazy thing for me. It was a roller coaster, and the 1.5 months was like that for me.
So, bro, how do you feel about the entire progress that you made within the last 30 days?
That's a huge progress, bro. If you see this window there back there, I'm going to put a big whiteboard over there. I have to schedule all my calls.
Yeah.
I was thinking yesterday, but it was raining heavily. I couldn't. So I have my notebooks. I once again. There are 3 notebooks. One is for the sales that you taught. The one is for my finances. One is for my daily reminders. So that is the shift is needed in everybody's mind.
Right.
So I did a lot of writing these days. So writing keeps me more organized. So I have to be more organized. And yeah, so which is why I've been thinking like I need to have a whiteboard. As soon as I enter my room, I see that I have call scheduled. So that's how it is in my recent times. And in just 1 week, I would never know that I will be that busy. And keeping me busy gives me that excitement. Okay, I'm gonna meet this guy. I'm gonna make this call. I'm gonna make sure that I'll give him the best.
And I will give you one more lesson.
Yeah.
So, whenever we are free, whenever we are not busy, that is when we become lazy, demotivated.
Yeah.
Because, see, right now, the last 10 days, if you take, since we were running ads for you, you are getting messages constantly, and that is the reason why you are busy. If there were no ads, no inquiries, you are not busy. You go into the negative spiral, downward spiral.
Yeah.
So I also like whenever I'm switching on the ads, that is when I'm growing my business, I'm working more, I'm motivated. And whenever I'm stopping the ads, that is when I become lazy and everything goes backwards.
Exactly. Very true.
Yeah.
So this negative spiral is a huge take for me because I realized it very soon. I'm glad that not in my late 30s, at least in early 30s, I figured it out. I wish I could have known when I was in my 26 or 27 or before my marriage. I should have, because that time I did a great job with a lot of great clients. Could have used that portfolio, could have marketed that. Didn't do any of them. The thing is that Pranesh, you weren't there at that time,
Yeah.
You didn't promote yourself. You should have put your Instagram back in 2017 or in Facebook ads or something.
I was going through my growing phase.
Oh my face. Yeah, you were growing through your growing phase. Yeah, indeed. So we need to meet the right kind of people on the right time. Yeah.
So yeah, bro. So you made a great progress, and because like you were more involved. I set the right expectation on the first onboarding call. What are the things that I expect from you, and you kept at it. Like you kept to your words as well.
Indeed.
So you were asking for the follow-ups. You called me anytime if you need help, and I think that's the reason. Like again, you took the risk, right? So financial risk you took and joined this program, and that kept you on all the time.
Exactly. I think I took my money back, I would say. You didn't give it, but someone else did. So I would put it that way.
Within 30 days.
Yeah, but of course you need to learn, right? To learn the system. Then how will you get into that? Of course, the thing. I was the 30 days. There was dryness in my throat. Oh, 30 days I've been here. Okay, I'm learning. I'm still learning. Of course, learning is a small curve. It's the biggest curve. Once you hit a paradigm, then it's another story. But in the beginning of your time, if you're not in that zone of not learning, so learning should be a constant thing. When I learned it, I think I started looking everything as sales these days.
Yeah.
The sales has got into my head everywhere. Even I tend to be not convinced. Convince is not the right word. I tend to manipulate people with my own words. when I was like, okay, I'm the thing is, the moment you become silent, right, you have more freedom of changing any direction. So when I'm doing with a couple of my friends, they said, they were like, okay, what is that? What is wrong with you? So the thing is that they think there's a different ideology that they have built for me. Now when they see me, it's a different ideology. But there's no shift in my character, but the way I approach them has become a different.
This is the exact scenario when I learned sales from my mentor. I was looking everything as sales. How can I convince my parents? How can I put my ideas into my sister? That's how I was thinking. Yeah, bro. So, bro,
It's a different game. Yeah, of course. When you got into my head, I'm getting into everybody's head. Yeah.
So, bro, like, what would you say as your three biggest takeaways after this program
Okay.
in
Three
business?
biggest takeaways. Like, I think I don't know. There's a lot of takeaways here. I don't know how to put three. It should be best. For the first is try not to waste your time trying on your own. If you don't know, get help. Or if that help goes wrong, take another help. And when it comes fall into, I'm telling in my personal ways because it may differ from people to people. So my biggest takeaway was that trying on own things will never work out because you're already good at something, but you're not good at everything. So for that, you need to learn or you need to be mentored. And second thing is that it is not always about quality; it's about quantity and effort. Two things has to come in a palette together. And the third is stop justifying yourself.
Yeah.
Stop justifying yourself. So that's the
People
last.
won't get it. Don't justify on the sales call, right?
Yeah,
When you're
yeah.
talking with your clients, don't justify why you do what you do.
Exactly. So don't justify on your anything. I think we don't need to justify anything. If we made, even if we committed a mistake, I was looking at with different dimensions actually. When you say don't justify, no, of course you don't need to justify. If you will get it, if he's a intellectual personality right in front of you. If he doesn't get it, then it's not your loss.
Yeah.
You can give one explanation, that is enough. Otherwise, you don't have to move further with that. So I don't take words just like that, no, just one singularity. What if I applied on different things? So my take, whenever you try to give me an advice or try to mentor me in other ways, I will tend to apply in many ways and see what are the different possibility and outcomes for it. That gives a shift because what is coming out of your mouth also adds value because you are on that path. You are helping people. You generally want to give the right thing for them, so that adds value. So I'm thinking, if once you have built the trust, the trust should not take a shift, that has to continue further. If that takes a shift, then nothing will work out for you. I totally believe in that. You have to believe one person and then move forward. Otherwise believe அதாவது they சொல்லுவாங்க, ஒன்று நம்பணும் ஒன்று நம்பவே கூடாது. That's it. நம்பினா முழுசா இறங்கி போயிடணும். Until unless you see what is the ultimate outcome of it. Yeah.
Because they are not walking one path. So if you walk on one path, you will reach the destination. If you try to walk some kilometers on one path and switch different path and switch different path and switch different path, you will get nowhere, right?
Indeed. And one more clarity that I wanted to add this on record. This thing, when you say that this is what you want to do, right? So my personal Instagram page was more about doing creative stuff. I stopped doing it and I started posting on more wedding pictures. So I said they won't know you until unless you tell them what they want to see. So that was a huge step that I started taking. So I started putting out on WhatsApp status as well, spreading it everywhere. Get quote. That's you are promoting there. I started running ads on. I'm going to show it to you one second. That's a cute one.
Bro, what I'm sensing is your energy has totally shifted. Entire focus is on one thing, this business.
Yeah. So this is the same thing what you are doing, and then so we posted that. I'm going to focus here. One second. Yeah, it's there. Oh yeah, my status. Oh. Can you see? Yeah. We started posting a BTS, and then we'll give them the right deal. Yeah. So in WhatsApp status adds more value, and then finally we come up with this idea called
Cool.
Yeah. Get cool.
Nice job, bro. Nice job.
Yeah. So you are not telling me just to do this, and directly you're telling me be everywhere as you can be. So WhatsApp, we can run ads, but it is better to run ads like this. Already your 1,000 contacts are there. So creating a lot of impressions.
And yeah, that is one statement I have in my mind right now. Like, I heard one big millionaire saying this. So he said, the reason why you are not rich is because no one knows you.
Indeed. True. Very true.
If everyone knows you,
Yeah.
if everyone knows who you are, what you do, how great you are,
Indeed.
you would be rich.
Of course. That's true.
Yeah.
People should know you, people will approach you, and you will get the work. So until unless you don't The thing is that I had this fear, Pranesh. Whenever we put out content on WhatsApp or whatever, they'll always ask about, I wanted this, but you gave me that.
Hmm.
So they tend to talk certain few odds about you. Though they are satisfied, expectations are always huge in the meantime. Though he quoted me this, I think that was my biggest lesson that I forgot to mention. Where in the beginning of my journey, we always tend to give a lot and expectations, a huge expectation on them, which in turns becomes a huge enemy for us. If you
Hmm.
set the expectations in the beginning itself, you don't need to worry about what the outputs that you're going to get.
Hmm.
So I think that அதாவது இப்படி இருக்கிறது you just like shifted like this. So now it aligns properly. Yeah.
Bro, like, let's say if you want to go 2 years back and then want
Yeah.
to say a message to the Anurag who was going through his business 2 years back,
Yeah.
what lesson do you want to say to him so that he can achieve his goals faster?
I think to Anurag, I would say that I shouldn't have wasted my time thinking what is going to happen next instead of working towards it. I did work towards it, but then it didn't work properly for me. So in that way, I kind of feel bad. And the other is instead of um, instead of trying different ways, I should have tried only one way of going. So the different paths and the timeline that I had. So there was more doubts, I would say. Danurag was totally doubtful about himself. I don't think so. I had so much of maturity back then because I was like, though I was 28, I was dealing with my own problems. I had a couple of loans and I had family issues, and I got married, and my wife just moved. She got switched to a job. There she had own problem. I was doing multiple things just right now when I got married. So those things were like huge for me. So that Anurag back in time was huge. I mean, like he was taking a lot of responsibilities. Maybe if you look forward, let's say it's going to be like this, man. You don't have to worry about it. Then I think taking things slowly and being more focused is the ultimate thing.
Hmm.
If he would have focused, now he would have found it way, right? He didn't focus. He was squandering here and there, thinking, okay, this will work, this will not work. If we're trying to become that, although every photographer, I feel that on Instagram, or where it is my personal opinion, I'm not a judge here. They tend to think they're internal personalities, including myself.
Mhm.
When they try to put out content on there, when they try to shoot models and whatever it is, they kind of feel the celebrity film that start putting on content on internet. So that was the impression back 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Hmm.
Not every photographer does it, but I know a lot of huge photographers, they don't do that. But in internet world, it creates an impression. So even I was chasing that. So that is a diversion that I'm talking about here.
Okay. Cool, bro. Bro, thanks for taking your time and giving this interview. Bro,
Course.
one final question. Okay, so there are people who have already talked with me on the sales call,
Okay.
and there are people yet to book a call with me, okay, who are watching this video.
Okay.
But they are facing the same problem as you.
Got
No
it.
inquiries, no predictability, more uncertainty. And they tried with so many other freelancers and marketing agency, it didn't work. And they are still
it.
skeptical, will this work, will this not work, is this genuine, is this real? Like, what do you want to say to them? Like, what would be a message to them?
I think message would be them to like say, the thing is that even I was skeptical. Okay. The thing is, if you think that what money that you're putting into him will work or not, if you come with that doubt, I don't think so it'll work for you. If you come in a way where what I'm giving is 100% into him and he will give me 100% back, then definitely it's gonna work for you. So that's my message to them. Because if they are doubtful, then it is still they are doubtful.
Yeah.
If they're clear. So I want to give a clear message that you be clear and you don't need to worry about the money that you're putting. I'm not vouching for Pranesh. I'm vouching for photographers. If you have that money and if you can think you want to move forward, then you can move forward. It's you guys have to think. The photographers have to think that they have to move forward. And Pranesh is the right guy to help you move forward. That's my take on it. And I want to give this message to the people who are looking for.
And what would you say, like, how much worth for you, like, the whole program is? Like, I have charged a price, don't share the investment. Okay.
Of course.
But how, in your mind, what price you will put on this entire program?
I think what price I would put. Okay, I think after a year, let's say I've booked 40 weddings in a year, then I would say 2 to 2.5 lakhs wouldn't be a bad investment.
Cool.
Yeah.
And there are people who are thinking, I don't have money, I don't have resources, I don't have anyone to help me to arrange this money. Similarly, you were at that situation, right? Even
Of
when you
course.
had the investment,
Yeah.
it was not easy for you to arrange and you didn't get started with me right away. You took your
Yeah.
time and
So I had my own reasons because I told you like I just moved to Bangalore and I've already invested in Bangalore, setting up my own space here. For that, I never had money, which is why I took a lot of time to process it. If I was in Chennai, I would have done it right away. So that was in my case, it was such a situation. But in other people's case, if they think they don't have the money now, arrange the money and get the work done. Don't think too much about it. What will it? We guys are ready to spend 2 lakhs on a camera, 3,000 on a lens. அதுக்கு வந்துட்டு you'll get a chit fund, you'll get a loan or whatever EMIs. But why not something that which provides food for your business and then you can start growing it. So in that way, it will help. Yeah,
yeah, bro, it was a great call. Thanks
indeed,
for taking your time and giving a review and
of
your
course.
honest review for the program. So, bro, I can't wait for what's next for you. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll see how things are going, and I need another video testimonial
of
after a
course,
few
of course.
months.
Sure. I can't wait. The thing is that everything is in my opinion. It's not it's not a review. A review is something like you try to butter it up for someone else. It's not a review. I genuinely feel it. It's because what you would have gone through 5 years, then only you will know what you are feeling right now.
Yeah,
So it is my feeling right now. That's how I feel about it.
awesome, bro. Cool. So, bro, you're helping other photographers as well through this video,
I hope
and
not my competitors. Just kidding.
yeah, bro, I need another testimonial from
Of
you after a
course.
few months, and we will connect after a few months.
Sure.
Cool.
Thank you for having me here for this call, and I'm glad that I'm being a part of a journey where we're literally helping photographers in the process.
Yeah, we are gonna do more. We'll see.
Of course, yeah,
Yeah,
like a face-to-face podcast, tomorrow, like facing each other. What do you guys think?
yeah, we'll do.
I will
We'll
do
do.
that.
I'm planning to conduct an event somewhere.
Yeah,
We will do it. Okay.
sure. Yeah,
We'll see you. Thanks.
thanks.
Bye bye.